Hello everyone, this is Energy Crisis, the energy drink report. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching. This is Energy Crisis, Energy Drink Report, the energy drink review series. Yes, I know the ever so rare energy drink reviews, but here we are. I figured, this is a new release, and it's actually a really hyped up one, especially for energy drinks, which is, that's not to say people don't drink energy drinks. It's just rare to sometimes see one, get so much hype, so much coverage. There were advertisements for this in the Super Bowl. Lots of people are aware of this. And I think, I look forward to trying it out, to be honest. And, to give a very quick little update, my mouth is still recovering. That's another reason why I think it's such a good time to do one of these energy drink reviews. Because why not? This is like prime time energy drink consumption days, if you want to call it that. But well, you might say, all right, with all the intros aside, and yeah, it's recovering. It's better than it was the last video, better than before that. So on the right track anyway. Yeah, this is a new energy drink. I'm gonna be trying both of them out from Coca-Cola. Yeah, Coca-Cola has released their own energy drink, and it's so aptly named Coca-Cola Energy. Maybe they just call it Energy, but I think it's called Coca-Cola Energy right there. Two flavors, at least two flavors that I'm going to be trying out. Got a cool little bit of a design on the can. I kind of like that. It's got the Coca-Cola Energy, and then it's got the Cherry Coke Energy. I presume this one probably tastes like Coca-Cola, and this one probably tastes like Cherry Coke, but who knows? Maybe this one is going to be like, peanut butter and jelly sandwich flavored or something. Because, see, it's got, could be. We didn't try it yet. Anyway, these are energy drinks. They just released them in January of 2020. So, brand new, it's just out. I want to try them out. I want to see what do they taste like? How is the effectiveness? Yeah, is it any good? This is going to be a little bit of a unique one. I'm just going to try them out. And then, I'll be checking in with little updates to just see how pumped up I am. Does this make me want to run around the block, 5.5 times? Or, am I just going to sit here and not really do any? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I double-checked these. Nutritional stats are exactly the same from one to the other. So I'm just going to check this one can here. Then we'll just pour them out in these glasses, and we'll go from there. So, yeah, Coca-Cola Energy, and this is water, by the way, because I could clean the palate and whatnot. Coca-Cola Energy, guarana, B vitamins, and caffeine. Nutritional facts. Serving size is this one can, so you better down this. Just guzzle it down. Do whatever you have to do to consume it. 140 calories per serving. 39 grams of sugar. 0 grams of protein. Some of the ingredients are your usual. Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, glucose, etc. Here's the big thing we really want to know, right? Caffeine content. 114 milligrams per can, which, is pretty decent. I was double checking this because in the refrigerator I have Rip It Energy, which only had, I think, like 70 milligrams for a larger can. And Monster has around 140, but again, for a can that's bigger than this. So, 114 milligrams is enough caffeine, I think, for the average person. It'll kind of get you going. Anyway. No other little spiel on it. Some of these places, they like to have some sort of motivational talk or something, and none of that, like Monster does. But anyway, we're just going to open up, we'll pour it out, try it out, and then we'll just try out the cherry one. And then I'll check in again with the effectiveness. All right, so let's do this here. Watch, I'm going to spill this everywhere. It's always fun to pour this stuff out. Pour the rest down the side. Well, I'm not doing that the right way, so forget it. We'll just do what we gotta do. All right. We have the Coca-Cola energy drink in the Coca-Cola glass right there. Enjoy the Coca-Cola. So this is the original one. This is just supposed to taste like Coca-Cola. We'll see. We'll see what it tastes like. Then we'll just do the same thing. We'll pour this one out, and we'll go from there. So it's the Coca-Cola energy drink going in. Yeah, I gotta say, it's not bad at all. Yeah, not bad. It's really, and I always love it when places do this, because one recurring issue that I've seen, when it comes down to energy drinks, because I've tried so many of these things, throughout my energy drinking career, is that some places have like such a difficult time trying to mask the caffeine, right? Because caffeine can be very bitter. It has this bitterness to it. They try to cover it up. Sometimes it weasels its way through, though, and it's like, I can still taste it. I taste the artificial sweeteners, if they opt for that. I taste the bitterness of the caffeine, and it kind of ruins it. It takes away from it. It's like, this isn't really that fun to drink, and it's why drink it? It's like, I don't know. I love it when they just mask it perfectly. And like if I were to drink this, I wouldn't even know it was an energy drink. I wouldn't. I would think this is just a glass of Coca-Cola, and I would have no idea about the caffeine content because they just did such a good job masking it, which I think is great. It tastes exactly just like a glass of Coca-Cola. It still has that carbonation. It's very carbonated, I should say, even with all the bubbles having dissipated. Very carbonated, very sweet. Still has that smoothness to it, though, which I always like. It's just like a glass of good Coca-Cola, but I imagine it would be good for people who like drinking Coke, but they want to get that boost too. So that's what the original is. This one is just the cherry. Again, everything is exactly the same there, though it might be the peanut butter jelly flavored one. We'll find out. Open it up. There we go. We'll pour this one out. All right, now we'll top it off right there. All right. Gotta have that symmetry. There we go, and another Coke glass. What are the odds? And, yeah, still very carbonated. All right, let's see if this is like a cherry Coke or not. So it's the cherry Coca-Cola energy now. Going in. Hold on, I stopped myself. I gotta take this sip of water first. See, I caught myself. Last minute. There we go. All right. Now, boy, that was an edge of your seat moment. I don't think it'll get any more suspenseful than that. It was like that was like action movie stuff right there. Okay. Now it's the cherry Coke energy drink going in officially. Yeah, again, just like the last one, has that sweetness, highly carbonated, smooth, and again, just like the same thing, no bitterness at all. You could not even tell that these are caffeinated, once again. Again, though, this one is like cherry Coke. That cherry flavor is definitely pronounced. Again, that's one thing. Like sometimes when I would get cherry Coke, it's like I kind of taste it, but the cherry gets lost. The cherry flavor is very defined in this one. Very defined. So they're basic. It's not like it's full of twists and turns. I think it's very straightforward. You're going to get what they tell you, right? This is going to taste like Coke. This is going to taste like the cherry Coke. I think they're very pleasant to drink. I think they're good. They're flavorful, enjoyable, and I hope they'll provide a boost. But so far, now I can't give a numerical rating yet because I just don't know how the effectiveness is, but let me just say, I'm very impressed by these so far. I am. I think they did a really good job, just flavor-wise, off the bat. I mean, I think it'll be a high score, just because they really did a good job with these. I mean, they're enjoyable, and I gotta give them credit. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna finish these up, and then I'm just gonna go about my my night, really, because it's getting dark right now, and we'll just see what happens. So now I think the results may vary, mileage may vary, depending on how sensitive you are to caffeine. I've had, about, I usually have like 4 or 5 shots of espresso a day, and then maybe some more. So, we'll see how this really gets me going, or if it doesn't, but I'll let you guys know. So now we'll go into the effectiveness. I'll keep you guys updated, but they taste really good. All right, so it's been about 40 minutes or so. I was able to down both of them, and so far I am feeling a little bit more energized. It's not like it's too crazy, but I do realize I feel a little bit more alert. I feel a little bit more just on point, and as a result, I'm here at the microphone. I'm going to be getting ready to record some of my new podcast. So definitely about 40 minutes later or so, I am feeling a little bit of an energy boost. All right, it's been about an hour and a half. I'm here just finishing up washing my hands, staying hygienic, staying clean, and still feeling a little bit of a boost. Still feeling a little bit of a, energy boost, a little energized, not jittery, but just, a little more alert, and perfect for keeping those hands squeaky clean. Watching the news, checking up, seeing what's going on TV. Been about let me shut that off. It's been about 3 hours now, 3.5 hours or so. Yeah, it's wearing off a little bit. I mean, I definitely don't feel as alert, as I did a couple hours back. I think it's still there a little bit, but definitely I think it's kind of wearing off a bit. All right, so I'm just walking around, not really doing all that much, just moseying around in the dark. As always, this is what I do. Been around, I would say, 4 hours now, maybe closer to 4 hours, 15 minutes or so. And I'd say it's pretty much wearing off at this point. All right, so I think I have effectively determined the effectiveness. I think that these drinks, they kind of give like a short-term boost, but definitely even for someone who is a vigorous consumer of caffeine, I still notice that little bit of a boost, that little increased alertness, and I mean, it's definitely there. But again, short-term, don't count on this to keep you going the entire day. But again, if you want that little bit of a boost, that little uptick, I think it will help, and it tastes really good. Price for it is around $2 per can, which is totally standard. I think some places even sell it cheaper. So out of 10, I'm going to have to give both of these the same rating because I think they're both equally good. A 9 out of 10. I think it's probably one of the best drinks that I've had. They did a really good job with it. And a little bit of a noticeable boost in terms of the effectiveness. So very impressed. I think the Coca-Cola Energy and the Cherry Coca-Cola Energy drink are both good, both impressed by it, and just a really good release overall. That's all that I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. This is Energy Crisis, the Energy Drink Report. Thank you and take care.